Widespread panic and devastation in the capital of Lebanon. Two massive explosions killing at least 100 people and injuring thousands. The blast rocking the port of Beirut, shaking buildings all over the city. Francesca Amaker joining us now with the latest out of Lebanon. Some horrifying images here, Francesca.
Absolutely, Sheba. So many people saw them all over their screen yesterday. We're about to show them to you now, but here's what I want you to understand. These explosions were so powerful that not only killed dozens, but it lifted the highway in Lebanon, and that's according to the local network there in Lebanon. Now, let me just go ahead and show you all what was just taken over your screen yesterday. Look at these explosions again. The first one resulted in a large gray plume of smoke, and then there came a second, even bigger explosion with a mushroom cloud above it. And you can even see buildings rattling around after that explosion. The mayor of Beirut describing it as something like Hiroshima, referring to the atomic explosion in Japan at the end of World War II. The exact cause of the blast right now is unclear, but officials say the blast tore through a port area in central Beirut where high explosive materials are known to be stored. Now, many of you were talking about this, of course, the mayor of Beirut describing it, like I said, as Hiroshima. And here's new video of this morning of the destruction left behind. Officials say the blast actually struck with the force of a 3.5 magnitude earthquake and was felt about 150 miles across the Mediterranean. Now, here's what some of you are saying about this online. One of our commenters, Dana, says, tragic, so sorry for families and loved ones. This was not supposed to happen. And another person chimed in. Nalika says, she's a little skeptical, actually. She says, I have a hard time believing that this was an accident. And Jeff says, prayers for the victims. I hope this is not an attack. The world is dealing with enough tough times right now these days. So again, we're going to be closely monitoring, as Sheba mentioned, over 100 people killed, and Lebanese officials fear that more injuries and more casualties, those numbers will only skyrocket as they sift through the damage today. And as always, we want you to follow our coverage on this. We will be giving you up-to-date details on air, online, and of course our 11 Alive news app as well.